Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the new Netflix documentary film, The Great Hack. Now this is a film that is directed by Karim Amer and Jaheim Noujaim, and I hope I've pronounced them correctly, although I seriously doubt it. Now this documentary, wow, where to start with this one? Well, the clue's in the title of it really. And this is, I like documentaries. If you follow the channel, you know that I do some documentary reviews here and there. And this is one that was recommended to me. I kind of knew it was out there on Netflix, I just hadn't got around to watching it yet. And this documentary focuses on, it kind of starts off by saying how many of you out there have been going through social media, especially Facebook, and an advertisement has popped up that you swear that your device has been listening to you, because the advertisement that brings up was, you could swear you were just talking about it minutes ago or very recently, that particular subject, and then there's an advertisement right there for you on your Facebook newsfeed, and you think you're being listened to and stuff. Well, in actual fact you are, but not in the way that you think. And this documentary focuses on primarily a company called Cambridge Analytica, who around 2015, something like that, they successfully helped a US senator get elected he was so behind the race, if you like, there was no chance he was going to win, and then Cambridge Analytica, which was a new company, and they kind of analysed data and used data to your advantage. He won at a landslide victory, and then they got involved with Brexit in the UK, with especially in particular the Leave the EU campaign run by Nigel Farage, etc. They got involved in that, and lo and behold, we all know the result of that vote. And then they got involved in the Donald Trump election. And they go into detail in the documentary how involved they were, and we all know the result of that outcome. Now, this documentary kind of shows you evidence of how your data is being targeted through social media, and it's what they do, and it's hard to explain. Because I've watched this documentary and then I've had to watch it twice to try and get it a bit clearer in my head, but it's still a bit fuzzy in regards to how they do all this. But essentially what they do is every time you go on social media and you like something, or you watch a video, or you take a survey, or every time you swipe your credit card somewhere, every time you do something digitally, that data is out there. And basically what companies like Cambridge Analytica do is grab this data and create like a psychological profile on you and what your needs, wants, desires are, and that's why you get all these advertisements that are specifically for you, and they've managed to figure out how to make that work on an election basis. They target those that have got, they can figure out who hasn't made up their mind yet. So in the US, in like the swing states and stuff like Florida, etc., they focus on those who haven't made their mind up yet, and then they bombard them with advertisements and basically brainwash them, it would seem, until they vote for who they want them to vote for. And this documentary focuses on all that, and a couple of whistleblowers from Cambridge Analytica that feel like they will be. They needed to say something and do something because they're not particularly happy with what they've been involved with, and it's the manipulated. Some elections have been manipulated, it would seem, and there's also evidence that people are paying for fake media stories to both positive and negative, to stoke up people and get the fear going, all this kind of stuff. When you scale all this back, really, this documentary focuses on one man's desire to basically get his data back, David Carroll. He wanted his data back. And what this company, Cambridge Analytica, what data they took of his and how they used it, and he went through the UK courts to try and get his data back. And this documentary focuses on him initially, and then everybody that it spreads out to, and this could be like a Guardian journalist, Brittany Kaiser, who used to work for Cambridge Analytica, as well as many others who get involved in this documentary to expose this hijacking of people's data and things like that. And we all joke about the Big Brother state and all this kind of stuff, but this documentary highlights it in a way that is truly terrifying. And it would seem that, I mean, some people are fighting very hard to make people's data, if you like, part of human rights, because it is mentioned in the documentary that data essentially is the most valuable commodity on the planet right now. People's data and how it can be used and manipulated, and it's an incredibly fascinating documentary and very concerning at the same time, because essentially our behaviour is being predicted and manipulated by these companies. It really is a fascinating watch, and I truly recommend that you watch it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this knowledge after watching this documentary, but all I can do is strongly recommend that you check it out. It's one of the best documentaries I've seen for a long time. Very impactful, very shocking, fascinating stuff, and I'm going to give it a very strong 9 out of 10, and I do very much recommend that you check it out, guys. So that is my review for The Great Hack. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you found it useful. And of course I will be back with more content on Screen Stars very soon.